this is what it's going to be. If I want to go, doesn't mess with Gone. Does it mess with my relationship with Jolene? Well, if she's not coming with me, maybe we had a meeting to go to that night. Boom, easy, decision made.
When we had Zoe, we actually weren't Christians, so
It was right around all that same time. Yeah.
So she was about 1.5 to 2 years old.
Yeah.
Actually, before we became Christians.
Mm-hmm.
So we both came from great families, but not necessarily knowing how to be great parents.
Yeah.
Not to put our parents down, just we wanted to parent a little bit differently, and we were trying to figure that out. And so became Christians. And then I do believe that one of the things going on in our society now and why people are struggling so much is because they're living their life based on what makes them happy instead of having some kind of set of rules or values that they follow,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense. So we live our life based on our feelings, and so we're always happy. But I think it's important to have some kind of value, some kind of almost like an outline that you're following, right? So that you know where to get answers. And when things are unclear, you have guidance, right?
Yep.
So for us, that became the Bible.
Yep.
And you were just saying that a few minutes ago, the Bible, I think it answers pretty much every question you're going to have, but parenting question especially. And so that was a big thing for us, is figuring that out and having some great mentors in our life who were Christians who could help us with that. I don't even want to be on this video sounding like we're perfect parents at all, but every day I fail. You'll be having, if you're a parent, you'll be having the best parenting day ever. And you're like, man, I'm killing it. And then that one little thing happens, like your kid throws spaghetti on the wall, and then everything turns into like totally blown out of proportion in World War II, and you go to bed going, man, I failed again. And so I think that's a big part of it. Is I try really hard. I think for me personally, trying not to overreact to things, not to lose my temper, right? Which are definitely values taught in the Bible. So for me, that's a big thing because, I grew up with people who could kind of lose their temper sometimes. And so I had to learn that. So I don't know, those are big things for me, but I just love having kind of an outline or a structure that gives us answers and guidance into how to parent.
Well, 15 things, if you're not failing, you're not trying. So, and you don't care. I think that's one where, we fail every day because we truly care about Zoe and we want to see her thrive in life and we want to see her be the best adult. And we're preparing her for adulthood, and sometimes people get all caught up in, I want to just hang out with my little kid. I'm like, man, I want to prepare my adult to be an amazing adult and a contributing factor to society. She's an amazing little girl in every aspect. We needed a compass. And so with that, we wanted to go, okay, this is how we're going to live our life. This is how we're going to make decisions. And so we had some great mentors go, what means the most to you? And then if you make decisions based on that, decision-making becomes really easy. So for us, it's God. If it's going to, somebody goes, you want to go to the Nuggets game tonight? I'm going to go, is that going to affect my relationship with God? Probably not, right? Whatever it may be. Then I go, my wife, because my spouse is before my child, because she's my life partner, and she will be there after Zoe is grown and can go out there and find her life partner. And then it's Zoe, and then it's the countless people that we get to mentor and coach, and then our blood family, and so forth and so forth. And then we're last. And this is unfortunately, sometimes people, it's like, especially men usually put themselves first, and they got to have their guy time, and they got to have this. And it's like we go see God on Easter, and we go see, and so our decision making gets really challenging. And so we just go, okay, this is what it's going to be. If I want to go, doesn't mess with Gone. Does it mess with my relationship with Jolene? Well, if she's not coming with me, maybe we had a meeting to go to that night. Boom, easy, decision made. It's not like I have to put emotion into it because the logic just comes out and I go, nope, can't be there because I already had plans or I already had something like scheduled, something like that. And then for Zoe was that priority as well. So it's easy to make decisions when your values are tight. And so obviously we wanted to go, okay, where do those values come from? And we're not the soapbox Christians where we are something better than somebody and we're standing on, weird. Man, you get to learn my past. Holy smokes, man. I have done a lot of time kneeling by my bedside, asking for a lot of forgiveness for all the craziness I've done. But I just choose to make some different decisions with a good guided compass. Where could I be in the next 5, 10, 15 years?
I'm really glad that he said something about putting your spouse first. And I'll just talk to the moms out there because I see this affect marriages a lot. What happens is we have a kid and then we put our kid first in everything and we put our spouse second, and then we grow farther and farther and farther apart and they feel more and more distant, and then the kids move out and then you're left with each other. And if you didn't put time into each other, and so I love that you said that because that's a big thing. Even as we were talking about marriage earlier, I love Zoe. I love them the same, but Jake is my priority because I have to keep that relationship with him going, because Zoe is going to move out one day and she's going to have her own family and she's not going to be here all the time. So anyway, I love that you said that because that's a big parent, it's like parenting and marriage advice that I think a lot of people should hear. Yeah.
So if you're like us and want to be part of a stronger faith-based community with some actual purpose in life, not just sitting around and waiting for something to happen, but going out and being a part, right? Like marketplace ministry.
Click on the link in the description to join our free community or subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.